Hey YouTube, how is it going, guys? Happy New Year. I cannot even believe that it is 2025 already. Full force, here we go. I want to jump right into this video. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make macrame candle coasters, which is an amazing product and super easy to upsell with your candles. So I will have everything listed in the description below, and we're going to get right into it. So if this is your first time on my channel, my name is Jessica, and I'm the owner and operator of Roundtown Candle Co. And I have just solved a problem that I've had with my candles, and that is wanting to find something to put the candles on for my customers that is a nice, safe, heat-resistant surface. So what I have discovered is that I can easily and affordably make these macrame coasters. So materials list, so simple. Macrame cord. You need a knitting fork, a little plastic threading tool. You need beads, any color you like. Let's see, fabric measuring tape, hot glue gun, and scissors. And I think that's it. And like I said, I'll have everything listed below. These are all things, surprise, surprise, that you can get from Amazon. So it'll all be listed. I'm going to flip my camera around so that you guys can watch me work here. And let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so working on my stainless table, I hope there's not too much of a glare from the light. So these are my finished products. How cute are they? So I do two different sizes. This one is a 4-inch, and it will perfectly hold my 8-ounce jar candle, 4-ounce jar candle. And then this one measures 5 inches, and this will perfectly hold my 3-wick candles. So these are fantastic. Just such a cute way, an affordable way to protect your customer services. I hear people say like, wow, you know, as it gets towards the bottom, the jars really get hot. I'd like to have something to put underneath of it. Problem solved. So I was thinking, I knew in my mind what I wanted, and I thought, I know I can figure this out, and figure it out I did. So I purchased this very large spool of macrame cord. I want to say it is, let's see, I got the paper here. It is 984 feet, which is awesome. All right, so the first couple of these that I did were definitely like trial, because I had to try to figure out how much of the cord I would need to get the size I wanted. So to get a 4-inch in diameter piece, or a 4-inch in diameter coaster, it actually takes, you guys, this is crazy, 25 feet 6 inches of cord. Isn't that insane? And that's what I have here. So a little tip, once you measure this out, 25 feet 6 inches, or whatever length you're trying to achieve, before I use this piece, I'm going to go ahead and use it as a template to cut another piece, because it's a lot easier to run these side by side than it is to have to get your measuring tape out and measure. So I always make sure that I have an extra one ready to go. So we are ready. I'm going to show you guys how simple this is. This is a knitting fork. I didn't know that. I don't knit. I've never used one of these before. They make some that are like ergonomic, you know, shape for your hand. This is just a basic, and it does perfectly because I'm not holding this still in my hand, and you'll see. All right, so I'm going to start with my cord pretty much at the bottom, and I'm going to put my thumb here just to hold it in place. I'm going to go over the center and to the right, loop behind that. Then I'm going to go back over the center and behind on the left side and wrap it around over the top. All right, so I'll do it one more time. I'm going to try to make this easy to understand. So you go through the center and come over the back of the right side, Then you go back through the center and come up over the left and over top. Now you're going to take your bottom piece and you're going to go over the top of the fork. Then you're going to turn the whole thing to the left. You're going to go over the top, take the bottom piece up over the fork. Turn your project again to the left, over the top, bring the bottom up. Turn it to the left. You're always turning to the left. The bottom up and go to the left. Now every few, 3 or 4, you're going to pull this cord just to pull it tight. All right. So always bringing it over the top and then the bottom up. Turn it to the left, bottom up. Turn the project again to the left. This one goes over the top, bottom up. So now I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Once you get the hang of it, it's super, super simple. And the thing I love about it is this is just a project of repetition. It doesn't take a lot of brain power to do this. So this is something you can do while you're talking to other people. This is something that you can do, you know, while you're maybe watching some TV. Whatever it is, it's just nice because it doesn't require like your full, undivided attention and brain power. So I just keep going along with this. And then every so often, like I said, I'll just pull down on this. And you can see how it's pulling that, kind of keeping it all together. Now, however you pull it just depends upon whether you want yours to be a little bit looser, a little bit tighter. I'm not sure that there's any exact way. I just pull mine fairly tight just to kind of keep everything uniform. So, like I said, the reason that this kind of came to me was I really wanted to have something for my customers that they could purchase to put underneath of their candles. And I really wanted it to look nice. I started looking around to see, you know, like what was out there, maybe what I could purchase that I could put, you know, in my store. And then, you know, like I said, I kind of already had in my mind sort of what I wanted this to look like. So then I start thinking, like, I'm seeing some of these, I'm thinking, well, gosh, I'm sure I could figure this out. I'm sure I could find a way to make these. And so I watched some videos and got some materials and just started to try. And honestly, like, my first one wasn't awful, but I would say by my second or third, it was like, okay, I got this. This is really simple. And what's really nutty, you guys, this is crazy, is the cost to make these is insanely low. So I figured out that it is 0.0152 cents per foot of this macrame cord. The beads that I purchased are 8 cents per bead. So to do a 4-inch coaster, the cost for the macrame cord and 1 bead is 47 cents. Now, obviously, I've got my time on there. I've got some glue from my hot glue gun. I don't anticipate that the glue would really amount to a whole lot. And there's really no good way to measure that part of it. But 47 cents. So then to do the 5-inch, this is what's crazy, guys. It's 25 feet 6 inches of cord to do a 4-inch coaster. To do the 5-inch coaster is 39 feet of cord. Isn't that insane? So 39 feet of cord with 1 bead cost 67 cents. So even by the time that I put some time on here, which I haven't exactly got this all cogged out yet because the more I do this, the faster I'm getting. So if I would have based it on my very first one, you know, it would have been quite a bit more because obviously I was moving quite a bit slower. So as I get going with these, I'm going to start keeping better track of my time from start to finish. And then I will be able to determine, really what my time is in this project. So as you can see, this rope will just kind of start to get longer and longer. As you twist the fork, the knitting fork, as you twist it, each time it does twist your rope. So what I will do is every now and then when I'm pulling on it, I'll just kind of go like this and pull all the way down just to sort of get it untwisted, if you will. But that's the thing about being a small business, being a maker, is we know when you're making your own candles, you know that it is so much more profitable anytime that you can make your own product. You're cutting out that middleman. And so it only made sense to me to find a way to make a product that I could sell with my candles that would allow me to solve a problem, help my customers, plus they're cute, you guys. I mean, and if you have coloring in your business, your logo, your candles, whatever it may be, you could easily do a color bead, which would be super cute. You could do different color beads for different seasons. You could do like a Christmas look. I mean, just the options are endless. I just chose a basic dark colored bead just because that's what I wanted to do. And so all of that is flexible. Even with this macrame cord, I chose a neutral color. You can choose from a multitude of colors. So if you wanted a dark blue coaster with a light blue bead, because that goes with the theme of your business, your logo and all that, you could definitely do that. All right, so now that I'm nearing the end, I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on so that it can warm up. And I will show you how simple this is, you guys. It's crazy how easy this is. And it's so fun because, candles, oh my goodness, candles are a science. Everything's got to be like the correct wick and the correct percentages and the right temperatures and the right cure time. And everything requires a lot of attention, a lot of, you have to be precise when you're putting your labels on, all of that. So it's kind of nice just to have something in between that's sort of just not requiring a lot of mental capacity, if you know what I mean. So it's very much just repetition. The more you do it, the faster you will be. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can sit down and crank out, 3, 4, 5 of these things while I'm just talking to my kids or my husband or watching, a football game on in the background. Is fantastic. It's just a nice little break. And it's super cool to make something, to look at a product and know that you made that. I love that. That to me will never get old. All right. We are nearing the end. This cold that I have been fighting is just irritating me to no end. But I cannot complain. I am so daggone grateful that it waited until after busy season, after my holiday open house, after the market I was at, all the things. It's like, thank goodness. Okay. So now once you get to the end, usually like once I get about like this, I'll just do one more loop. Now I'm going to show you how you finish this. All right. So we're going to take these 2 loops and we're just going to raise them up off of the fork like that. Okay. So we have these two loops. You see that? I just put them together. And then you've got your string here. So actually that is our string. Let me get the other loop. There we go. There's our 2 loops. There's our string. So you see that? So I'm just going to pull my project tight. You're going to take this string and you're just going to fish it through those 2 loops. grab it on the other side and pull it tight. There we go. And there you go. The end is knotted, okay? And so if you look at how uniform that is, and then your other end. So you have like a little baby jump rope. So now I'm going to show you how to finish this. So you're going to lay your project down, look at both of your ends and see if there's an end that looks better than another. These are pretty similar. I'll just start with this end. If you have an ugly end, start with that side. All right, so we're going to cut that down just a bit, just to get some of that excess out of there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run a bead of hot glue along a line here, and then we're just going to take this and we're just going to fold it in and just start to coil it around like this, okay? So I'm going to show this to you guys, and let's get started. And let me see here. I wonder. There we go. We'll just zoom in a little bit. All right, so we got the hot glue gun here. So I am just going to start right here with a bead of glue. And then I'm just going to go across here. Now for the first one, I don't go real far just because I want to get it started, okay? So we're going to start here and just curl that in. Bring this up out of the way. And we're just going to start to curl that around so that the glue is pretty much in the center of the coil, if that makes sense. And then once I get around, I usually kind of just will push on it a little bit. And then we're just going to keep going down the line. So I like to stand it up and do the glue across here rather than laying it down and trying to kind of angle it. So just make sure that your rope, that your project is kind of all in line together. Then I stand it up, and let me get my glue gun here. And then you're just going to start here on the inside and work your way around on a straight line. Like this. And then I just go like, you know, just out however far. There's no right or wrong here. Then I'm going to lay it back down. And once again, we're just going to coil this around. Just pushing it in there nicely so that the glue adheres to the macrame cord until you get to the end of your glue line. And again, I just kind of give it a little, you know, just a little push, a little squeeze there. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sit it up, make sure our project is straight, because it does, you know, it does twist a little bit just from being so long. All right. And once again, glue gun. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Just do a nice thin line of glue here. Just keep it moving. And we'll stop it right about here. Lay that down. And then once again, make sure I got that on the camera. We're just going to tuck that in. So this part's real straightforward. It's not hard. Here we go. And a little squeeze, a little push, a little tuck, stand it up. Make sure our project is even, and we're going to do it again. So this is really, none of this is hard at all. I mean, like I said, I have no experience. This is my first time ever using a hot glue gun. I'm not a crafty individual by any means. and I can definitely handle this project. So, and also you guys, I hope that you are not bored out of your mind with this video, but I don't like when I see a video where somebody will start to teach you and they'll like roll it a couple times and then they just show you the finished product. I'm a visual learner, and so I really like to see everything done so that I can, you know, make sure I'm really absorbing it and understand it. So if you are not like that and you could have done without all of this, I apologize. Maybe this is too long of a video for you, but I'm just trying to think of it from my perspective of how I like to learn, which is I really like to see the whole project being done. So we're almost done though. Hang in there, guys. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to finish this out and we will be done. So almost. All right. Last bit here. Just this last little piece. So we're going to go all the way across here. All the way to the knot on the end. And then we'll finish out there. So we'll just continue to tuck, and I got to twist that around. Twist it around, and there we go. I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not, but obviously I'm on my stainless steel table. So if I get, like, there's just a little piece of glue right there on the table. If I get it on the table, it comes right off. It's no problem. If you do not have a stainless steel work table, you will obviously want to protect your workspace with whatever you typically will use. So now we have these two pieces left over just kind of floating around. So what I do with this is I want to kind of look and see, I've got a little hole right there. So what I'm going to do is cut this right about here. Then I'm going to kind of mock it up to see where it's going to go. And then I'm going to lift it up and put my glue down there. Then I'll just use the tip of my gun and push that down there because I don't really want to touch the hot glue. All right, so that's that. That part's finished. Now we're going to get our bead. And our little plastic threading needle, I guess, if you want to call it. So you're going to put your string through here, your cord, okay? Now we need to get the bead on here. So now that you've got that on there like that, you're going to take it and you're going to fish it right through the bead and then pull, and that gets the bead onto the cord. You're going to push your bead all the way to the knot of your project. So now we need to tie this down. So what I do is I'm going to go in this direction, okay? So I'm just going to fish this through just a couple layers of this macrame rope here. I usually do 2, and it seems to work okay. So we're just going to gently pull that through, just fishing it through like that, okay? So we're going to pull it through and then pull our little threading thing out there. All right, and now our bead is secured into place. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut the excess off. And just like we did up here, we're just going to put some glue down and we're just going to push that down into place and kind of tuck that in. So using the tip of the glue gun and just push that down into the glue. All right. And that's the project, you guys. So now look at the side of it. Look how gorgeous that is. It is so beautiful. It's such a nice piece. I feel like it's, you know, just, it's so beautiful and it serves a purpose and it's handmade by you, which is even more fantastic. People really love and appreciate a handmade item. And so this is an easy one to make. So, okay guys, so there you have it. We just finished this. I think the video was probably, what, 20 minutes roughly. And that includes like me blabbing about everything. So you can see that, especially as you get going, these are super, super fast to make. They're so cute. Your customers will love these. I'm confident my customers are going to love these. I haven't released them yet. I'm making a bunch of them. But I mean, what's not to love? They love our handmade candles, right? They love our room sprays, our wax melts. They love all the things. So this is just another great way to upsell. You know, you want to buy a candle? Great. Would you like something to put it on? And then you've got two different sizes if you have a small jar and a large jar. So maybe I'm going to price this at X amount. This will be Y amount. And then maybe I'll do a bundle deal where if you buy them together, maybe you get $1 or $2 off. Maybe I'll run different specials where if you buy a couple of candles, you'll get one of these for free. Just, you know, whatever. It definitely gives you an option. And it is just, again, another nice little upsell. So I hope that you guys had fun hanging out with me today. I hope my instructional video was okay. Again, I'm not really a very crafty person, but I learn visually. So I hope that you were able to do so. If you have any questions, please let me know. All the materials are linked below in the description box. And again, if you're not already subscribed, it would be awesome if you would do that and we can hang out again in the future. So you guys have a good one and I will see you soon.